Hi, good morning. I'm in the little village of Shafton, just outside Barnsley, and I'm here to just to wrap up. This is the end of our Dearne Valley disused railway story. So we've just entered the area of the track bed. This would be the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway that we're walking on at the moment. I'll get more into that in a while. But you can see that there's a cutting. We're walking through a cutting here. Lots of silver birch trees. Common on railway land. So I'm at Shafton Junction. Morning, Stephen.
Morning.
Hello. Right. So we've been working our way up from Doncaster, haven't we? So this is part 6. It's been a little bit of a interesting, different explore along the way, shall we say. Well, this is Shafton Junction. So in that direction goes up towards Crofton, towards Wakefield. So that's the through line. Now I'm going to get onto this. Is a little bit of a debate going on at the moment. That way is the Dearne Valley Railway. That goes to Brierley Junction up there, joins up with the Hull Barnsley Railway.
I mentioned that this was part 6, but it's actually part 5. So just so you don't get confused like me. So please ignore my inability to count to 5. But I suppose if I include my separate black car and Connor's viaduct videos, it actually makes 7. I won't bore you again with the history of the Dearne Valley Railway. We've covered this in the previous videos in this series. But there's no stations to worry about today. So today is a tale of 2 former junctions, Shafton Junction and Brierley Junction.
Now, I've had a lot of comments and a lot of people contact me. People seem to take offence to me describing the Dearne Valley Railway as finishing at Brierley Junction. So in this is a good place to just discuss that debate. So like I said, the Dearne Valley Railway went off that way, went over towards the right. The trains that ran on here, especially the passenger trains, they went that way. Now if you look at the old railway clearinghouse maps, is that the right phrase? I think from around 1911, I think was the date on the one that I saw. The Dearne Valley Railway ran from where we started, Blackcar Junction, only went as far as the Hull Barnsley Railway. That technically was the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway, different railway. This is where it starts to get a little bit grey, because it was the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway who ran the trains and kind of, I don't know, looked after, I don't think looked after is the right word, looked after the line that we've travelled up all this way. Now that's really a moot point, because from 1922 or 1923, sometime around then, it all became one anyway, and it all became part of the London, Midland and Scottish Railway. So the Dearne Valley Railway as a name, as it was built, as far as Brierley Junction, I'm still sticking with that one, didn't really last a long time, did it? Small brickwork just embedded into the ground there. It's like something's been demolished in this location. Some little fixtures and fittings.
Yeah,
there.
electrical stuff.
So this is right on Shafton Junction here. So plan for today is, so we've just started there, Shafton Junction. We've got kind of a triangle. We've got that link that went up to Brierley Junction, to the Hull Barnsley Railway. We've then got the Hull Barnsley Railway that kind of goes across the north side of the triangle, and then we've got the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway coming down, I suppose what you'd call the west side of the triangle. So try and get, I don't know how much of the Hull Barnsley you can walk down from what people have told me, but we're just heading south of Shafton Junction at the moment. There was Shafton tunnel just down here. Somebody's told me you're not going to get near it, but apparently there is some remains of a wall. I mean, it's already starting to thicken up here, and the fly tipping started already. Always on the lookout for anything. Bricks, Carlton, Maine. That's only up the road.
If you remember in the last Dearne Valley Railway episode, we were at Grimethorpe, the sidings junction, and up to the old halt. The track bed north of there was unwalkable for one reason or another, but just after Grimethorpe we had Hodroyd sidings and the works before the line entered the short 92-yard long Shafton tunnel, which was just above the roundabout there going underneath that road, and we can see the cutting reappear after the road in front. So we're picking up this Explorer again, back from that cutting on the northern side of the tunnel.
I'm just looking in there because there's stuff in there. But
it would make sense. It's like a guitar, isn't it? So really, really well done, Stephen. He's noticed this just on the banking walking past. Initial thoughts were like a signal lever or something.
It looks like a gate though, doesn't it? That's the gate post.
Is that?
And the wood goes in there.
Oh, that's terrible. Right, so we're walking along that curve of the Dearne Valley Railway now up towards the Hull Barnsley on Brierley Junction. So we've been seeing these all the way down. There's drainage just down the right hand side of the track here. So that's a little bit more defined, isn't it? There, we can actually see some blue bricks just down there in that drainage ditch. Don't know if that's a sleeper or if it's supporting something. As far as I can tell from the cutting we've walked down, as it's through there and the path's deviated, so that's looking towards Brierley Junction in that direction. But we've got these, I'm guessing these are all supporting structure for some line side infrastructure. A couple of very rotten bases of some posts.
It looks like in this spot that we're stood, there used to be a footbridge.
And again, just on the side of the same spot, quite a substantial gate post. And well, some bricks with reinforced concrete chucked over them.
We're just on the approach to Brierley Junction, and it looks like the track bed widens out for a number of sidings.
So 6 lines wide here, according to the old maps. You can definitely feel like when we've gone from that cutting, we're on like a plateau. And these trees here, looks like that's where the sidings were, but it's very, very undulating now. As you can see here, it's being used like it's off-road vehicles, bikes or something. It resembles more like a motocross track now than a disused railway. But yeah, we're just coming on top of Brierley Junction very shortly. Another one of those places. What's the exact pronunciation? Is it Brierley or Brierley? I've been saying it as Brierley, haven't I?
And here is Brierley Junction, where the Dearne Valley Railway meets the Hull Barnsley Railway. On a related note, we had Brierley Tunnel just in the distance there.
Big wide area here it's really opened out to. Just having to check the maps just to see exactly where the junction is. I can see the tree line from the Hull and Barnsley is just about to join us. We're so close to the junction, to Brierley Junction. I have read, in fact I have been told by people that it's well, like this, it's underwater. We've struggled through. We've only struggled through about 50 yards, and it's, yeah, I'm really not sure we're gonna be able to get up onto the actual junction, but there we go. Right, I always try and find a way. I can tell, I mean, we're stood up on top of the banking, just overlooking. That's the Hull and Barnsley Railway down there. Hull and Barnsley River. Brierley Junction is just there. Going up in that direction, obviously the Hull and Barnsley Railway goes to Stairfoot. This side of this embankment we're on is where we've just walked up the Dearne Valley Railway. And that's it for the Dearne Valley Railway. So we've actually followed, where possible, and documented that route all the way from where it starts in Potterick Car, what's now Potterick Car Nature Reserve. It seems a long time ago I was stood in part 1 of this series by the side of White Rose Way in Doncaster, next to that little culvert under the new road. That was November, so I suppose it was a long time ago, wasn't it? But your Hull and Barnsley Railway, if you've been paying attention to this series, you'll know that's not the first time we mentioned that railway. Cast your minds back well over a year ago now. I did a video from Rangbrook Junction, further up the Hull and Barnsley Railway. You remember there, at that junction, Rangbrook Junction, the Hull and Barnsley Railway split off into 3 different routes. We had this, that I suppose you'd consider the main Hull and Barnsley Railway. That's the most northerly. We had, next along, we had the Wharf branch of the Hull and Barnsley Railway. We crossed that right in the middle of Grimethorpe. There was nothing there to show you. It was part of that whole cutting that we couldn't get in. And then the most southerly, sort of southeast southerly branch of the Hull and Barnsley Railway was Cadbury Tunnel. That was in episode 2, just by the side of Conisbrough Viaduct. So 3 times we've come across Hull and Barnsley Railway. We're right on top of Brierley Junction now, and yeah, we're not going to be able to get close. If I show you down there, you might just be able to see the reflection off the water, and that's why we've not gone any further on that track bed. That's a bit disappointing. Never mind. So we're right on the, is apex the right word, the end of this banking here, but we can't see down onto the actual junction, unfortunately. So not done yet. Don't, just because we finished the Dearne Valley section, don't close your browsers or whatever you're watching on. We're going to take a walk down to that Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway and just have a walk back down to Shafton, where we started this video. So we've just found a little crossing over the Hull and Barnsley Railways. We're walking down the field, and yeah, definitely the right choice not to walk down it. I mean, you might, if you're prepared to kind of struggle and run. Plenty of bricks. Look at all these red bricks down here. I wonder if there was something here. There's a lot of bricks discarded. I tell you, I need to borrow your eyes. The amount of stuff you've found today that I've not seen. I've been waddling along telling everyone there's nothing to be found. So that's a Hull and Barnsley, one of those little stubby concrete posts with the little pulley wheels on. And they are a common sight on disused railways. But yeah, it just shows you. I mean, we've only just wandered in here just to have a look at the old track bedding. Just found that right under his nose. So I bet there's a lot here if you got a pair of wellies and willing to persevere. I think it's the old, I don't know if culvert's the right word, or the old course of the dike of the drainage. Obviously not working as drainage anymore. So I should explain, we are persevering down the track bed of that Hull and Barnsley line across the north of our triangle. We just jumped on it just to have a look, and just it turns out the dike diverted away there. So it's turned in from a flowing riverbed to a decent footpath. The odd puddle, but perfectly manageable. There's a few bits and pieces. We're not far away from the kind of northwest corner of that triangle that we're looking at today. So it's where the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway crosses over the Hull Barnsley Railway. Bridge is gone now. I'm not expecting to find a bridge. Excellent. Looks like we've got it's quite a wide bridge, isn't it, that? Yeah. So this is you see this on the old map. Careful not to fall in. This is supposedly where a river or a stream. This would have once been, I suppose, a culvert underneath the railway line. Mixture of, well, actually it's entirely of red brick, isn't it? Bit of an obstacle course getting over this old culvert. I don't know how I'm going to go on with my sense of balance. Is that cross? So yeah, here's this culvert down from down at the bottom there. You can see the winged walls.
Maltby.
Maltby.
Maltby metallic.
Maltby. Not exactly local, are they? Maltby metallic. So there was a signal box around here somewhere. I have to check the map for the exact location. A couple of posts there, got some pins sticking out of those. So we've got this modern pipe just coming over this brook here. Just noticed that old culvert look behind. Can you see the old red brick farm track going over it? I thought that's a bit old, so I just had a look on the map and I forgot there was, just going over there, it looks like that was the route of the line that went up to the South Hindley Colliery. I think Stephen's 5-0 up in terms of his eyes versus mine today, but they are well hidden, to be fair. A couple of posts, there's one on the other side of the tree there. Obviously had a sign or something on them at some point, just a rotten piece of wood. And on the map we have got facility of the old maps, the good detailed maps for this, because the Hull Barnsley Railway, this bit's been open longer, and there was a signal post somewhere around where we're just scratching about. We've got some more of these. What are these posts here, look? So you can see we're in a cutting on the left hand side, and another drainage duct. Again, I just refer to the old maps there, but again, in this round roughly here, there was also a signal box, and I'm guessing the signal box was there because this was at one point a junction off to the South Hindley Colliery. Is it Hindley or Hindley? Wooden sleeper just on the side of the track there. Have you ever been to kind of places where you look at things on maps, when you get there it's absolutely nothing like you imagined? We're on the exact spot right now, or roughly roundabout, where our Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway crossed over the Hull and Barnsley. So we're stood on the alignment of the track bed of Hull and Barnsley now that we've just walked. We've just brought you down on, right on the spot. I'm not exactly sure where it was, but there should have been a bridge going over us here. Not seeing any remains of any said bridges. I'm not even seeing any remains of any embankments. It's all very flat, it's all very two-dimensional. So I've enjoyed that little that brief section on the Hull Barnsley Railway. Nice little bonus, and there it is going off in that direction, but we'll leave that behind because we're going to walk down the western side of the triangle back to where we started, back to Shafton Junction. Just this brick there. Skyers. Is that Skyers Spring? Sorry, this is one of them where I come across these bricks and I struggle to read what they say. I'm going to wait at the video and I'll see it on the screen and it's as clear as day. Skyers Spring, that rings a bell. That wasn't what was on those bricks up Dearne Valley, the old tin town. We found some bricks there that had a Barnsley stamp on. Yeah, it was Barnsley. I'll have to look that up when I get home. How boring. But no, I'm assuming they're from back when the town was here. So, well, what else would they be? Right, we've climbed back, so where the bridge was would have gone off over there somewhere. It does drop. We've just climbed up the path back onto the track bed. So just to reiterate again, this is a Lancashire and Yorkshire. So, but still the line that those passenger trains that went on. I have enjoyed reading the comments, actually, people's stories about this. Somebody mentioned, I can't remember who it was now, mentioned that this was nicknamed the Halt line because, well, as we've seen along our journey, all the little halts that we've come across, which was basically low-level wooden platforms with an old carriage as a waiting room. Again, a nice, decent-sized cut in there. Look at those rock faces. This was the later of the size of the triangle. If we look back at those maps of the early 1900s, don't know the exact date of those early maps. This side of the triangle, this Lancashire and Yorkshire side, was still under the course of construction. So this is just a farm track. It's going over this bridge. Similar design of what we've been seeing, isn't it? Nice girder. Look at the size of these capping stones off the. Guessing that's off the top of the abutment there. But there's all these other ones here, like the coping stones, I'm guessing. So we're back almost to Shafton Junction now, and that's it. We've completed all three sides of the triangle pretty much. And we've completed our story of the Dearne Valley Railway. So I hope you've enjoyed 6 episodes. Let me know which one's your favourite. Leave me a comment. Cheers for your eyes today.
That's all right.
Cheers for your assistance. It's been nice to have some company, actually. It's been quite, if I'm being honest, it's been quite a lonely, dull, grim journey along this this railway. If I could turn back time, I probably wouldn't start this series again, but once I start doing something, I'm a bit of a stickler for getting it finished. So I'm glad we made it here anyway. In fact, I'd say that this last bit was probably the most enjoyable. I've had a good, although there's not a massive amount to be found, I've had a good enjoying poking around today. So cheers for watching. Take care. I'll leave you with just a few clips of some of the highlights, if we can call them highlights, of the journey that we've made from Doncaster all the way down here to the outskirts of Barnsley. So take care, we'll see you soon. Good morning and welcome back to Doncaster, and today we're going to be walking on a section of the Dearne Valley Railway. This is the start of another series that I'm doing, so my plans are to follow the Dearne Valley Railway as much as I can all the way through to Brierley Junction. This is White Rose Way, just above us there, you can see. And this fence in here, there's a little, it's not really a tunnel, it's there's a culvert over the road, but you can see just through to the other end there. So just in that direction, the Dearne Valley Railway went through to Blackcar Junction. Carry on, we'll start walking on the track bed in the direction of Edlington. Nestled away just off the main road here. So here we are, coming onto that central steel section. That's a view over that side, just looking over to Conisbrough Castle. Promise that's the last concrete sleeper shot for now. So where's where the old bridge was, grass banking to the other side. Still some bits and bobs knocking about. We've got this old post, some railway track, another little bridge. Quite a few bridges along this little section. Still intact. It's a lovely little arch, isn't it, that? I'm in Harlington this morning. It's come for the next instalment of our Dearne Valley Railway story. And here's the start of the track bed. So really easy getting down from the road in Harlington there. So an old wine side hut of some description, isn't it? Yeah, stinks in here, absolutely stinks. For that reason I'm not stepping inside. See this base of the structure, this is where they drove the coal trains through. So yeah, 1994 I believe the last train left Grimethorpe Colliery. So that's looking back down the cutting from High Street. Well, I did persevere down there. A little bit of bridge in amongst the litter, and we've got the remains of some bridge abutments here. Now we have got, just coming up to the next little place, station / halt, Great Houghton, Houghton. So is this the site of the bridge? Assuming where we're standing here, that's infilled and raised, was the site of the old halt. Jeepers, what a mess. Okay, we've moved up to the next section. Now another, well, each section grimmer than the last. Just, we're not far from Grimethorpe Sidings Junction. Grimethorpe Colliery is over that side. I'm going to retrace my steps back down towards Houghton Junction. Probably the most disused railway-like part that I've walked on the Dearne Valley Railway so far, to be honest with you. Look at that. I'm guessing that was a signal. Still got the ladder and the post by the side of it. Hi, good morning. I'm in the little village of Shafton, just outside Barnsley, and I'm here to just to wrap up. This is the end of our Dearne Valley disused railway story. Well, this is Shafton Junction. We're so close to the junction, to Brierley Junction. I have read, in fact I have been told by people that it's not like this. And that's it for the Dearne Valley Railway. So we've actually followed, where possible, and documented that route all the way from where it starts in Pottery Car, what's now Pottery Car Nature Reserve. Bye. Back soon.
I want to get my money's worth if you fall in.